Hi, my name is Annie, and welcome to the Walking Word, where we go through the Bible in the year as part of discipling. Today, we're reading Exodus chapter 20, the Ten Commandments. This is a big one. Then God delivered all these commandments. I, the Lord, am your God, who brought you out of the land of Egypt, that place of slavery. You shall not have any other gods besides me. You shall not carve idols for yourselves in the shape of anything in the sky above, or on the earth below, or in the waters beneath the earth. You shall not bow down before them or worship them. So you shall not make carved out images of created things and bow to them. Okay? You shall not bow down before them or worship them. For I, the Lord your God, I am jealous. You remember we said the jealous God, his name is Elkanah. God inflicting punishment for their fathers, wickedness on their children, of those who hate me, down to the third and fourth generation. For I, listen to this again, for I am the Lord your God, and I am jealous. I'm the God who will inflict punishment for their fathers' wickedness on the children of those who hate me. I'm losing my voice. For those who hate me, down to the third and fourth generation. But I will bestow mercy down to the thousandth generation on the children of those who love me and keep my commandments. So, for those who do not believe in generational iniquity or generational patterns or generational curses, whatever you want to call it, it's right here. You shall not take the name of the Lord your God in vain, for the Lord will not leave unpunished him who takes his name in vain. Remember to keep the whole to keep holy the Sabbath day. 6 days you may labor and do all your work, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord your God. No work may be done then, either by you or your son or your daughter or your male or female slave. Or your beast, or your pet, I don't know, or by the alien who lives with you. In 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them. But on the seventh day he rested. That is why the Lord has blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. If you remember when we were reading Genesis 1 and Genesis 2, story of creation, and we arrived at the place when God finally rested, he declared the Sabbath day hallowed, and that's why hallowed be thy name, sanctified be your name, holy be your name. And that's the same thing he did with the Sabbath day, the seventh day. Okay. In the 6 days the Lord made the heavens and the earth, the sea, and all that is in them. But on the seventh day he rested. That is why the Lord has blessed the Sabbath day and made it holy. Honor your father and your mother, that you may have a long life in the land in which the Lord your God is giving you. So, honoring your mother and father is the only commandment with a promise, a clear promise. Yes, the rest have blessings and promises, but this one is an assured promise. Um, yeah, honor, and honor doesn't mean you must like what they do. It's a sad and painful reality, especially for those people who've grown up with wicked parents. Um, but God just says, honor me nonetheless. Just just honor them. Just honor them. You don't have to agree with them, but you have to honor them. Let's continue. Honor your father and your mother, that you may have a long life in the land in the land which the Lord your God is giving you. You shall not kill, you shall not commit adultery, you shall not steal, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor. You shall not kill. Do you remember at the beginning of the story of creation when not the story of creation, I think it was after Cain killed Abel, and God said the blood of Abel cried out to me from the ground. And then later on, it says also, still around that Adam, Eve, Seth, Cain era, is that the life of a being, a living thing, is in its blood, and God will want an account of it. That's why it's a law, because God accounts for every blood, every drop of blood. He accounts for it. You shall not commit adultery. Later on in scriptures and in the Psalms, you hear a lot, especially for the desolate man, the desolate woman. The Lord is your spouse. This is why you cannot um, commit adultery. And for those who come in union, in a marriage union, they're in covenant with God. Therefore, they cannot go outside. They cannot add other parties within that covenant. It's just a covenant between them and God. You shall not steal. It's a very prideful sin because, well, at the heart of every sin is pride. Deep down, every pride. But stealing goes to show that you don't believe God is a provider. Yeah, you shall not bear false witness against your neighbor because he sees it all. There's nothing God does not see. There's no thought that runs through your mind He does not know about. He knows what you need even before you pray. He knows everything you're thinking even before you say it. Um, so when you go bearing false against your neighbor, this means you've premeditated, and yeah, God just is not into liars like that. You shall not covet your neighbor's house. You shall not covet your neighbor's wife, or his male or female slave, nor his ox or his ass, for anything else that belongs to him. So this one, covetousness, and covetousness, envy, jealousy, these things and how they manifest, is that there are two things that play out here, and this is why you cannot do this. Um, when you're content with what you have, the giftings you have, the blessings God has given you, yes, it's okay to ask for more things or desire more things, but why you shouldn't covet that of your neighbor is because God is always looking for a way to manifest himself through us, his children. So my gifting might be the gift of teaching and the gift of word and the gift of utterance. But for someone else, for you, it might be the gift of praise and worship, the gift to sing, the gift to bring people to their knees to worship God, the of prayer. For someone else, the gifting is administration. They know how to organize things, they know how to create conducive environment, hospitality for people to thrive and be the best versions of themselves. So we all have different giftings, and I cannot wish for yours because that means I do not like how God is manifesting himself through me. I'm not into, the style he's chosen to manifest through me. That's one. Number two, the other reason why you cannot covet what that other people have is because you don't understand how they got it. If you understand their journey, chances are you won't want what they have. Coveting someone else's wife, someone else's husband, you don't know what their marriage has been like. You don't know how they met. You don't even know if they're living in sin or righteousness. So that's why we don't covet what other people have. The day I really understood that it's about the Holy Spirit looking for a way to manifest himself through me. Oh my goodness, that was such a huge relief. Zero pressure when you see the Lamborghinis on Instagram and etc. And I'm like, okay, maybe that's just how the Holy Spirit is manifesting um, provision through him. I want my own version. I want my own way. I want that which the Holy Spirit has chosen for me because it will always be perfect, more than I could ever think, ask, or imagine. And that's why we do not covet. We shall continue. Oh, no, it continues, verse 18. The fear of God. When the people witnessed the thunder and lightning, the trumpet blast, and the mountain smoking, they all feared and trembled. So they took up a position much farther away. You remember they were at the base of the mountain, but after they had the trembling and the lightning and the thunder, the mightiness of God, they even moved further away. and said to Moses, You speak to us, and we listen, but let not God speak to us, for we shall die. Like, if that's just God trembling, let's say he just coughed. Oh my goodness. We can only imagine how much worse his speech is. Moses answered the people, Do not be afraid, for God has come to you only to test you and put his fear upon you, lest you should sin. Mhm. So that's why he's coming in glory, in major glory, so that you may, whenever you're about to sin, you just remember, whoo, that voice I heard in the mountain, and you're set straight. Still, the people remained at a distance while Moses approached the cloud where God was. Then the Lord told Moses, Thus shall you speak to the Israelites. You have seen for yourselves that I have spoken to you from heaven. Do not make anything to rank me, neither gods of silver nor gods of gold shall you make for yourselves. An altar of earth you shall make for me, and upon it you shall sacrifice your holocausts and peace offerings, your sheep and your oxen, in whatever place I choose for remembrance of my name. Mm, 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 mm. In remembrance of my name. I will come to you and bless you. Remembrance of his name. You remember El? Remember the name Yahweh? So everywhere I choose that my name will be invoked, that's where you'll build an altar. I will come to you and bless you. If you make an altar of stone for me, do not build it of cut stone, for by putting a tool to it, you desecrate it. Whenever you're building anything for God, build it whole. You shall not go up by steps to my altar, on which you must not be indistantly uncovered. And this is the conversation of modesty when you come into a sanctuary. Yeah, we continue tomorrow, chapter 21, when God continues to give more laws. Have a good day.